Hello, everyone. Um, I have been missing from the tables for a couple of days, and so I decided to create my own table. I am sitting at my dining room table and wanted to record this as a way of keeping my voice in the conversation. Although my voice hasn't been missing that long, but I was thinking about uh, today. Today's Good Friday, and I was thinking about the Easter season and what Easter means to me. Easter is about overcoming adversity. It is about rising above. It is about the risen Christ. Um, and wondering how many Easters have people in IMDs, Institute for Mental Diseases, state hospitals, our jails that have become our largest mental health facilities. How many Easters have mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, nieces, nephews, uncles spent in those facilities without sharing an Easter meal with their family? And wondering, since we have the resources, if we aren't able to rise above whatever the issues are that are keeping us from fixing a broken system. Because the mental health system is broken. No ifs and buts about it. It's broken. There are lots of good people out there trying to fix it and trying to transform the system, but we're not there yet, you know. As long as a mother has to take a meal to her son in Napa State Hospital, or a family has to drive to Stockton to an IMD to spend Easter with their wife or their daughter or whoever, and we don't have resources in our own county to address the needs of folks who live in these counties, then the system is broken. You know, it is broken. Um, I think that one of the things that we need to do as a first step to fix the system is that we need to stop playing the game of oppositional politics. You know, we can look at what oppositional politics has done to us in this country. I mean, we can look at um, the state of our federal government and Democrats and Republicans, independents, although there are very few of those, and how the game of oppositional politics has us in a place that we can't even talk about uh, how to develop a budget to take care of the needs of the people of this country who work every day to support our government by paying our taxes. The same kind of oppositional politics are keeping folks in the mental health system from sitting at the table, are keeping family members in one camp, consumers in another camp, providers got their legs in maybe both camps. Uh, but there is only one camp, you know, and that camp is the camp that should be advocating that the chronically and persistently mentally ill in this state get services that will allow them to come back into their communities with dignity and respect. That we can create a kind of system that hospitals and jails and IMDs, Institute for Mental Diseases, are not the last choice or even the first choice that we consider. So as I have walked around, I've had an opportunity in the last couple of days to take very long walks with my dogs, and they really appreciate that. I've noticed people, as many of you know, I live close to a mental health facility, and I've noticed people walking down the streets, and you all know how I feel about, folks walking down the streets in various, in disarray, poorly dressed, uh, walking down the street looking like the lost sheep, uh, and thinking in this season of renewal, in this season of rising above adversity, whether we should all try and commit that, we can work together, we can fix this. I, I'm in a kind of strange place. I want folks to know that I have never been more dedicated to any movement than I am the mental health movement. It's what I do. It's who I am. It's what I will spend my life fighting for. We have a song that we were singing at my last job, and it was, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. The fight is too important. It should not be a fight. It should be a, you know, maybe if we stop thinking about it as a fight, maybe we could think about it as a collaboration toward mutual agreement, toward some sort of solution. And the thing that's interesting to me is that it isn't because of a lack of resources that we can't fix this in California. Because Lord knows California has the resources. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's a lack of will. I certainly would not want to think that way, but maybe it's a lack of will. Maybe it's the competitive spirit. I don't know what it is. All I know is that we need to come together in this time of renewal, in this time of rising above, and figure out ways that we can provide better services to the folks who are in positions that they can't advocate for themselves. Everybody who knows me knows I'm passionate. It's who I am. It's who God made me. I I I speak loudly and I speak boldly sometimes too boldly, maybe people would argue. But I always speak from my heart. Nobody can question my heart. They might question my strategies, my technique. They might question whether or not I have sound judgment at times. But they can't question my heart, because my heart is motivated by what God puts inside of me to continue to lend my voice to this struggle for life and death. Anytime a consumer dies in a facility that's supposed to be providing them care, or anytime we have folks who are put away and forgotten and could better be provided services in the counties of their residence, and their families could occasionally have a Easter meal with them. We, we have to continue to find ways of coming to the table and stopping the oppositional politics. Oppositional politics are polarizing. They cause us to all get in our camps and cause us to be self-righteous in our self-righteous indignation. Consumers don't care about that. The folks who are living in ABC room and board, who are going to get Happy Meals tomorrow because some unscrupulous operator or owner of that room and board is cutting the food so that they can put more money in their pocket. Or consumers who are living at places where people call them stupid, or consumers who are living in bug infested houses. They don't care about our battles, man. They don't care about the things that we think are so important and around these planning tables that we sit at. What they care about is our ability to change their day-to-day reality. And unless we can do that, then we ain't done nothing. We ain't done nothing. I will, I don't know how to do anything else. I don't know how to do anything else. continue doing what I know how to do. So, necessity is the mother of creation. I think I got that quote right. I don't know. I am trying to figure out a way to keep my voice in the battle, in the struggle. It shouldn't be a battle. It should be a struggle. It should be a partnership toward transformation. And I do have some of those. I have set at tables where that is real and where that occurs. And for that, I'm really, really grateful. I am not giving up. I can't give up. I'm trying to sit around now and figure out how I can get back into the game and how I can continue to lend my voice to, a movement that has given me so much. A movement that I feel is one that God put me in. To all of those out there, that, fairly emotional person. But during this Good Friday, this whole Holy Week, those of us who, have any spiritual, religious belief based on, doing things for the least of them among us and doing things in ways that allows people to maintain their dignity and their respect. During this holy season, this holy week, I would hope that we could all rise above our differences and rise above whatever it is that we think is important or whoever we think we are, and really look at who is really important. It's that mother of enrichment who doesn't have the gas to go to Stockton to see her son. It's those people up in the hospital that, that are lost and, feeling pretty hopeless. It's those people who are in those unscrupulous room and boards that every county, every place in the state of California has, who are being exploited because of a disease that they have and being mistreated. It's the persons who are sleeping under the bridges. We must challenge ourselves to rise above. We challenge ourselves to rise above our differences in philosophy, whatever, man. It all just boils down to a crock if we're not changing the lives of people. As I said, I've been I had to figure out a way to stay at the table for my own self because Lord knows that I love mental health consumers and I love their families because they are me. And I am them. And together we can come together and make solve this whole thing. So as tomorrow, as you're sitting down at your Easter dinner and you're having your ham and your potatoes au gratin and your string beans and your dinner rolls and whatever else it is that you're having, or your leg of lamb and your mint jelly and whatever it is you're having, think about how we can rise above, how we can take people out of systems that is crucifying them and crucifying families. And we can have the families rise again, and we can create a new reality for consumers in the state. We certainly have the skills and the talents and the competency to do that. I think we have to look at whether we have the will. I think we have the will. But for me, what I have decided is that as I carry on with this work, which I will carry on, never doubt that, never, never doubt that, that I, will look at how I can always keep focused on um, what is important and not get sidetracked by, my own sort of sense of outrage or whatever. You because it's not my outrage that means a hill of beans to consumers. It is the outrageous treatment that they're getting. My personal sense of outrage. It's just, that's just my personal sense of outrage. When the outrageous treatment that people are getting in our system, our so-called mental health system of care, is what I need to focus on and what I will focus on. So thank you all for listening to this rant. And again, I've missed being at the tables, and I will be back to the table. So really soon. I think God is allowing me this opportunity to kind of figure out how to be at that table in ways that bring solutions to consumers and their families, that brings comfort and peace and joy to folks, and not, bring my rant, my rage, my, all the things that folks who know me know that I can do. So again, happy Easter. We're having our Easter meal. I don't know, we may have ham or leg of lamb. I don't know what we're gonna have, but I'm very clear I'm not having any potatoes or crap. I worked too hard to get this little bit of weight off me. So happy Easter to you all, and I look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon. Thanks. Bye.